Beloved History here speaking, and this is the 5th battle that JuLiUs and I had, and this battle will decide the winner of our little 5-match tournament, I guess. Yeah, and playing as Germanians, and JuLiUs is playing as the Thracians. Now the Germanians, as I said before, they're very horrible in defense. All the infantry units are very vulnerable to missiles and phalanx factions. If you fight them head on, that is. See, I brought 5 skirmisher warbands, 4 Gothic cav, 2 barbarian cav, 2 knight raiders, obviously for the morale effect that they have, and 6 chosen archer warbands. Now my plan here was to rely on my chosen archers, who are better than the Thracian bowmen, and take advantage of that superiority and get JuLiUs to come to me. And hopefully I'd have enough archers and skirmisher warbands to overwhelm his infantry. It's a very big gamble, but obviously if you're playing like a barbarian faction like Germania, it's always a big gamble, so I might as well take it. Yes. The main power of Germania, I guess, is the fact that they have lots of morale-affecting units, such as the Knight Raider, the Screeching Woman, and even the Wardogs. So they're very good. They're very good rush faction if you could fight it correctly.
Yeah, you have got the right army.
Yeah, he said I got the right army. You see here, JuLiUs formed a pretty interesting new box. In preparation to see if I rushed or not, which I didn't choose to rush, so good for me. And then I'd be massacred by the new box.
Yeah, I would stay in this new box if you wouldn't have had that. If you don't have archers, that new box is the best formation I can choose.
Yeah. And you see, I'm gonna just take advantage of the fact that my archers have longer range than his, so that his archers will come to me. You see a little cameo appearance of my skirmisher warbands at the back. Now I'm moving up my guys a little. I moved all my heavy cav to my left flank because that's where I see all his militia cav. His militia cav are the main danger of his army, because if they could ride down my chosen archer warbands, that would totally destroy my plan. My plan is entirely reliant on skirmisher warbands. My plan is entirely reliant on my chosen archer warbands. See, I move my light cabs to the flank. Because obviously, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Germanians have a pretty good cavalry in comparison to the other factions. They have Gothic cav, which are pretty decent cav. I mean, definitely not as good as Cataphracts or Praetorian cav, but they get the job done. Another picture of how I move my guys. I really don't want JuLiUs to run down my dudes, and you can see how JuLiUs is using up his ammunition on my barbarian cav. I mean, it's a questionable move. I think he should probably be focusing on my chosen archer warbands. See here, my barbarian cav is basically a throwaway unit, because I don't really need them. I only put them there first of all to try and make any strikes, and it's okay if they die because I have archer advantage anyway. See, I lose a ridiculous amount of men. I lose quite a few men, taking out just that one little militia cav with my Gothic cav, but oh well, I still win that fight. You see I'm running my barbarian cav back and forth. They're not just running around to say hi. I want missile. Some of the missiles will miss if I do that. So at this point he moves all his missiles up to the right. Not entirely sure why. I think he's yeah, he's making preparation for an attack against my my Gothic cab, because he sees that it's hopeless to keep on fighting the missile fight. So he's basically rushing. And now at this point, I have to get my ultra warbands basically out of there and protect them, because they're my key asset in this battle. Trying my best to flame all his ultras. You see all that, the huge wave of fire. See, it's Julius is bringing his all his infantry to bear, and I take the initiative. Well, he takes the initiative by just charging me. The fact that he's charging me like this is that he wants his infantry to try and take down some of my archers and open gaps for his light cap to take advantage of. You see on to the left, my two archer warbands just standing there. They're very vulnerable to light cav, and you see he catches one of my chosen archer warbands with his infantry. Now right now yeah, you see all my guys are splitting up right now. I'm trying to run everyone away. So yeah, I'm forced to split up my heavy cav in order to protect all of my archers at once. That's the main problem, because if there's even in one area in which he overwhelms my cav, I'd lose all my archers on that place. See there, my chosen archers just got wiped out badly. See, I made a little micro mistake. I didn't see my Gothic cav. Knight Raider is just gonna pay the price. I bought them purely for morale damage purposes, so I did not expect them to fight, and so I didn't upgrade them as much. So my plan right now is going haywire. I mean, I've lost a few of my chosen archer warbands, which isn't good at all, because then I need my chosen archer warbands to wreak havoc on his infantry. I mean, I plan to defeat his cavalry, and thus if I defeat all his cavalry and archers, I basically won the battle, provided that I have enough ammunition and I have my skirmisher warbands. You can see here he amasses all his militia cav. You can see here, this is what I've been saying before. If he overwhelms me on one flank, he just totally destroys all his archers. All my archers there. So I'm rushing my heavy cav as fast as I can. My barbarian light cav just plain dies, and all his militia cav totally overwhelms my two full units of chosen archer warbands. Not very good for me. Not very good at all. That's a huge loss. So I only have 3 chosen archer warbands left, which is really, really bad. Really bad. See, you can see Julius that he is using his infantry as basically a giant shield for his cavalry, because obviously his militia cav are much weaker than my heavy cav, but he's using his infantry effectively as a huge giant shield so that they could help protect his cav. See, he routs another one of my chosen archer warbands. Yeah, a lot of my guys just die. Over here I try my best to rectify the situation by attacking his militia cav, but obviously you can see that they're close to its infantry, so they're within infantry support, so my heavy cav paid the price. And my barbarian Gothic cav just rout. This all goes haywire for me. I think the main mistake I had was I should have brought much more infantry to at least hold his guys in place. while I try and deal with this militia cav. Although he could have.
Is a cowardly old woman, not
Yeah.
concerned with
He
dying
has
like a warrior.
there,
He runs.
Not really a.
Your warlord has gone to his ancestors.
Yeah, although Julius could have played very conservatively with his cav though.
And they don't need to be in
That's the
phalanx,
problem.
which is huge advantage.
Yeah. Basically, Germania. I didn't use any infantry because Germania. With Germania's infantry, you pretty much die against any phalanx unit head on. However, provided that you could take advantage of any gaps your opponent makes in a phalanx, then any strikes of then any infantry attacks can be useful. It can actually work. You see that my Gothic cav just rout by the dust. And now I move my skirmisher warbands in place. Eh? They're gonna come. Hopefully they'll rectify the situation. Though to be honest, I'm not that.
Actually,
I'm not that optimistic about my chances.
it's able to win against Germania like this, but very difficult. The best is if you take like 4 spearmen maybe, and yes, or 4 phalanx units of Germania, and like and just take like, don't know what the exact number was. It was like 4 heavy cav and like 4 of these 2 night race will rush army, but you just yeah, the goal is just that you rush yeah, that you take that you just engage the infantry spearmen and just wrap around the flanks with kind of the how are they called? True night race, I think they're called.
Yeah, just 5 skirmisher warbands left. Won't be able to defeat all of these troops. Well, this is the
Basically the best army you can take.
this is the 5th.
Skirmisher warbands, they're just not good at all.
This is the 5th battle that Julius and I fought, and obviously you can see here that Julius won this battle.
It's just a waste of money.
And Julius won this battle. Won all these battles. I mean, he won the whole tournament. Although it was I think it was pretty close. I mean, 2 for 2, and the Thracian versus Germania battle. I think it's basically anyone's game. Though I'd say the advantage would probably go to Thrace because Thrace has phalanx units.
Would have taken this in the nerd box and just kind of like
And all my guys are out.
You don't just charge my spearmen at the start. You just charge my timers at the start. So that my spearmen
Yeah,
just can hold
good game to
the
Julius.
Anyways, good game.